He was basically sitting on a curb when I met him. And I didn't know who he was, and I didn't care who he was. He was just this guy, just sitting there, who I decided, well, I need to use him to get my crowd a little bit bigger. And I did. And he, fortunately or unfortunately, saw the church show in Halifax, which was the one that Marcus Marconi told me not to miss. And the massive, still, I guess, the biggest hat I ever got, but it wasn't the hat that was important about that show. It was the mere location was so bizarrely perfect for a street performer. Background of a church with, hillsides going up and then steps coming down the center and then a wall on the bottom for them to sit. And then below that they could stand as well, and then they could sit on the curb. So it was this, massive thing that went up on all sides. And I was just like, whoa, it's an amphitheater. A natural amphitheater is what it was. And so I remember a bum coming through.
Is this the biggest show I ever did story? Or
no, it didn't.
My show's bigger than your story?
No, it wasn't that. It was just the way I had started out meeting him was that particular moment. But I, of course, didn't know him. And so the next morning, when I woke up in the dormitories, I, being the anal person that I am, I had gone and checked out the shower stalls and saw that there was only one good shower out of the three, and it had hot water and good pressure. And as I was coming out of my room with a towel wrapped around my waist, I saw the guy in the next room, closer to the shower, was a long hallway, also coming out with a towel wrapped him around him. That was that mime. And that was Glenn. I didn't know that at the time, but he knew who I was. That was the important thing. So he looked in my direction as he was closing his door, and I pretended to lock my door. I didn't have a key. I pretended, and I walked towards him with, this kind of gregarious-looking smile looking on my face. And I said, "Are you going to lock your door? You really should, And he goes inside his room to go get his key. And I bolted for the showers to get the good shower. So he went, oh, I could hear it. Why is he running? First of all, he didn't know why I was running, I guess. So I get in there, and I'm all in there, all nice and toasty, and I'm just gleaming at how well I played that. And in this nice, warm shower, and all of a sudden this big bucket of cold water comes over the top. I go, what? And I, fuck, it was that fucking mime. It had to be that fucking mime. And then for years after that, Glenn and I, every time I could get him, I would think it through, though, first. We'd be I remember in Universal City Walk, I had a Speedo swimsuit on underneath my other swimsuit. So when we turned the big hot tub bubble on, it was in the middle of the day. There were kids everywhere. Just me and Glenn in there, because of my bald head, nobody else was going to come near us. I knew that. And it was really great, and we were both in there, and I just simply took my extra trunks off and casually tossed them out and went, this is just so great, and the bubbles and everything. And Glenn goes, wow, Robert, that's cool. He looks around, he does the same thing. He throws his suit on the side. And I just, wait a second, I said, I've got him. And in my mind, and I got up, I grabbed his suit, and I walked over, of course, with my suit, picked up mine too. And of course I had my Speedo on, and I went over and I pushed the little button that said stop. I just walked away. Oh, he looked, you It all just drew the attention to him, so everybody's looking at him, and I just laughed all the way back to the room. It was just wonderful. And it was just been like that between me and Glenn ever since, and I don't really know why. He just, I think it really got a little bit out of hand in where was it, Windsor, when he was trying to position himself better on the pitch. But